You guys are going to like him a whole lot. Give it up right now for Super Trucker Tim. Put your hands together, guys. Come on.
Yeah, what are you guys up to? Hey, any of you guys have that commentator buddy? You know, the guy who sits there when you're watching a show and adds interesting factoids. You know, like that couldn't really happen. Oh yeah, the science behind that is sound. And dude, wait, watch this dude get a roundhouse to the face. It's gonna be epic. And he tells you the whole show and won't let you enjoy it. That's this guy right here. And in case none of you have ever had that experience, I'm happy to come over. And the more beers you give me, the more interesting the commentary. You know, my daughter, believe it or not, now there are some people that have a problem with somebody talking through the whole show. My daughter, you know, I got us matching Cobra Kai t-shirts and we binge watched the whole series together, right? Great series. We're binge watching it. She's like, Dad, I don't care. And I kept telling her, no, this was a time that really happened in the 80s. I was there. Basically, if you were in Central California, there was a dojo on every corner, and this is what a scene would look like. You'd see kids coming from the city with skateboards, kids coming from the beach with surfboards, or wakeboards, or riverboards, or snowboards, any kind of boards except for labor boards. And they would meet up, and one kid would say, hey, bro, where are you off to? Oh, I'm heading to my dojo, bro. You know, the one right between Albertsons and the Burger Hut? Yeah, Dr. Sensei Kenny, he's going to teach me the dim mock today. That's the death punch, bro. Whoa, epic, bro. Are you serial? Whoa, right arm. Farm out, bro. Now, I knew the guy who owned that dojo, right? He was an Italian guy that went by the name of Will Katana. And his main instructor's name was Kenny Serpentine. Now, if you guys want me to believe that they didn't pay to get their names changed, I'll go along with it, because the payout for me is they were stuck with those names when that era ended. Right? And I know for a fact there was a Mrs. Serpentine, which makes it even better. You know, and I don't know if that's how the name appeared on their taxes, but it's pretty epic to be, 70 and be called Serpentine in an old folks home. But you know, there really was a dojo on every corner, and they'd have cool names like Dojo Bros, you know, which would be a coffee shop today. You know, but not us. We were the poor kids. We had a backyard dojo owned by Sensei Gus. You know, and Sensei Gus liked to drink a lot while he was teaching us karate. But we did have a cool name. Our name was the Smoke Dragons, you know, which would be a vape shop today. You know, and here's one thing I distinctly remember. When I was smaller, and all the other big kids, they'd come up to me after they learned to do karate move and say, hey dude, hold still, this isn't gonna hurt. It hurt every time. And some of these kids learned karate moves in a comic book. There was an ad there that said, learn the death punch, you know, from Sensei Dante for $5.95 plus shipping and handling, right between the ad for sea monkeys and x-ray glasses. You know, and my own dad did it to me. He knew how to do those nerve punches. Bam, he would curl me up like Stephen Hawking. I sit there, oh God, and I'm not smart enough to tell you guys anything about black holes. All I could do is just lay there. Now, there's no hell in my religious beliefs, but there is karma, so I'm never going to tell that joke again. But to end this up, guys, I told my daughter the whole story, and she said, and I told her, I actually learned some of this karate back in the day, and she says, she actually had the nerve to say to me, yeah, Dad, and now you're just a washed up old man. But you know what? I think I still got some in the tank. You guys want to see some cool vintage karate 80s moves? Okay. Okay, so you're going to see one of two things. You're either going to see that or a fat old guy on the floor hurt. So I hope the Infinity Club has a decent first aid kit. Here we go. All right, the famous crane kick, guys. Remember Daniel's song? Yeah. Hold on, I got one more. I think I got one more in the tank. Remember when they said the famous line, you want a roundhouse in the face? Here it is. Thanks, guys.
Hey, bro, your arms are looking pretty big. You been hitting the weights? Let's put it this way. You know anything about real estate, bro? Yeah, a little. Can you tell me, is this a lot? Whoa, good one, bro. So, guys, I actually was in a movie. It was called My Name is Bruce with Bruce Campbell. And it was the traditional idea of never meet your heroes, Basically, I was auditioning and was telling them about some choreography, martial arts that I had come to know, along with videography and lighting, gaffing techniques and different things. And his comment to me was, so was that some kind of strip mall karate bull crap? And I said, well, it's decent karate. It's the real deal, And he goes, huh. So anyway, on the set when we were filming, he gets mad at me because he had the set catered by the Jacksonville Inn, which makes the best peanut butter Thai chicken ever. So I went back for thirds, right? He gets mad at me and says, yeah, eat up, you strip mall bastard. And nobody else knew what he was talking about except for us. And I was like, man, what a jerk, And it's like, you're the king of cheese, man. All your movies are B-rated stuff. And you're calling me cheese? You're the king of cheese. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, any of you guys have that commentator friend who likes to add little interesting factoids throughout the shows you watch? Like, nah, dude, that could never happen. Oh yeah, the science behind that is sound. Yeah. In case you've never had that experience, I'm happy to come over. And if you got beers, the commentations are just going to be that much better. But believe it or not, there are some people who do not appreciate somebody talking throughout the duration of the entire show. No. My daughter, I bought us matching t-shirts. We were watching the whole series Cobra Kai together, and I told her, I said, this was an era of time that actually happened. I was there. I remember it. Now, here's a scene. Here's what a scene from the 80s would have looked like. You would have had kids coming from the city with their skateboards, and you would have had kids coming from the beach with their surfboards or wakeboards or snowboards, riverboards, anything but the labor board. That wasn't cool. But they'd be coming and they would meet. And then one kid would approach the other kid and say, hey, you been hitting the weights? You know anything about real estate, bro? A little. Can you tell me, is this a lot? Ha ha cha, bro. Hey, where are you off to now, my bro? Oh, yeah, I'm off to the dojo. The one between Albertsons and the Burger Hut. Dr. Sensei Kenny is going to teach me the dim mark. Death touch, bruh. Huh. Whoa! Are you serial? Huh. Right arm. Farm out, bruh. Cha. And I know the owner of that. I knew the owner of that dojo, guys. He was an Italian guy named Will Katana. And his main instructor was a guy named Kenny Serpentine. Now, if you expect me to be dumb enough to believe that they didn't get their names changed, I'll play along. Because the payout for me is knowing that they were stuck with those names after that era ended. And I know for a fact that there was a Mrs. Serpentine, because that 40-year-old guy married one of his 19-year-old students. And she was stuck with that name. I don't know if that's how it appeared on their taxes, but I do know they were stuck with those names. And there was a dojo in every strip mall with cool names like Dojo Bros, which today would be a coffee shop. But not us. We were the poor kids. We got stuck with a backyard dojo. And the owner was just Sensei Gus. But we did have a cool name. We were known as the Smoke Dragons, which would be a vape shop today. And one thing I remember very distinctly is anytime a kid learned some new karate technique from a dojo or a comic book, because you could read in the back of a comic book right next to the ad for sea monkeys and x-ray glasses, there'd be an ad, learn the death touch from Count Dante for $5.95. And they would always come up to us and say, hey, hold still, this isn't going to hurt. It always hurt. My own dad did it to me. He learned how to do those nerve hits, boom, and he'd curl me up like Stephen Hawking in a wheelchair, and I'm not smart enough to tell you about black holes. I could only just lay there. Now, there's no hell in my religion to go to, but there is karma, so I'm probably not going to tell that joke again. But I did tell my daughter, I actually learned that type of karate. And she says to me, well, yeah, Dad, but now you're just old and washed up. Really? Anybody here want to see some 80s vintage karate? Infinity Club, do you guys have a decent medical kit back there? Because you guys are either going to see an old fat guy on the ground, or you're going to see some vintage 80s karate. I don't know which, but this is going to be epic. Can I get some cheesy 80s music, please?